think I am live actually, looking at that, which is good. What's up, everyone? Right, anyone who is watching this, can you just tell me if you can actually hear it? Because I'm having a few technical issues with my OBS for a change. So, what's up, David Cheek, Simon Bridgewood, Manic? Merry Christmas, everybody. Hope you all had a blinder. Can you actually hear me? Nice one, David, for confirming. Right, just bear with me a minute, guys. Right, we've got a whole 2 people watching at the moment, which is awesome. We've got 3 now, so big love to all for tuning in. It is 4:30 on a Saturday afternoon. I wasn't exactly expecting too much here. But yeah, I haven't had a lot of time to record anything over the Christmas period, as you can well imagine, with family stuff and everything like that. So I thought... got a couple of spare hours here tonight before we got Inside the Minds later with TVP and Mr. J Hayes. I thought I'd do a little live on myself and tell you all about the best of the stuff that I've used this year. Now, some of it might not be released in 2019, but it's stuff that I've been actually using. So yeah, I thought I'd do a little live stream, have a couple of soft drinks and all of that. What's up, Crystal? Street Sleeper, JP Vape Reviews, Paul Winstanley and Modest Vapes. Thanks for joining me, guys. Just bear with me, I'll just grab another Dark Fruits. What's up, Shane, Corgith, Mark Benson, hola, sir. Yeah, so thanks all for joining us. It's 4:30 in the UK on a Saturday afternoon. I've just been watching the darts all afternoon, and not sure what the football scores are actually, but I think Crystal Palace are playing. What's up, Neil Cousins, Lane, Badjo88? What's up, buddy? Let's have a quick look on the my app. Normally I would be listening to the football or watching it, but it's on at 3 o'clock, so let's just have a quick look. It probably will disappoint me, but 1-1 Crystal Palace. Oh, is it 1-1 or is it 1-0? 1-1. Everton 2-1 up against Newcastle, and Watford 2-0 up against Villa. The boys will be happy today then. Look. That's a good go. All right, anyway, just had a quick check of the football scores. Like I say, I'd normally be watching it, but it's on at 3 o'clock. Used to be a season ticket holder for Palace for 3 years, but the last year or so I haven't bothered because it is a bit of a journey for me every weekend, and yeah, I just haven't bothered this time. But we have had some good football on the last few weeks. Amazon Prime do it now as well, which is always good. What's up, Ben Vapes? Yeah, so I thought I'd do a little live tonight. Like I say, the live show is due to be coming back in the new year, TVP and Sean every other week, but today I thought I'd do a little live one, best of my gear for 2019, before, like I say, the Inside the Minds on later, which I'm sure you'll all be watching. I believe it's 8 o'clock, but I could be mistaken, it might be 9, I'm not sure, but I thought I'd do a little live one now. Couldn't be asked to record a review video and then have to edit it all, because that takes a lot more time. So I thought if I do a live one, we can kill 2 birds with 1 stone. I can touch base with you awesome subscribers. We can have a couple of beers, a bit of a chill out, and have a bit of a vape too. So any questions you've got in chat as well, please put them in chat and I'll endeavour to answer them. So yeah, we got a few people in now, which is very good to see. It's awesome. Tom Radio X Zact International, how are you doing, sir? Hope you had a great Christmas. Essex Vapor, Happy New Year to you, mate, as well. Hope you had a good Christmas. It's Baz, don't ruin Match of the Day for me. Sorry, mate, it's not 10 to 5 hit, so should be all right. Just want to have a little check in there, see how Palace were doing. The mighty Eagles. Nice little win against West Ham the other day. Jordan Ayew, excellent goal that was. Right, so yeah, I'm drinking on a bit of a Strongbow dark fruits, which I do actually like. That's really nice. Goes well with the fruity vapes I like to vape. I like to vape on berries most of the time. I've done some homemade juice at the moment though. It's a bit of a weird one because it's like got blackcurrant raspberry, lime, which is the one I like to make, but I put too much lime in it originally, so I've sort of had to add other flavours. So I got some more strawberry and watermelon from Dark Star Vapor. So I put a little bit of watermelon in, but bloody hell, that's strong, I tell you. So it's really overpowering a bit. It's been steeping for a few weeks, but it's a bit of a bizarre combination I've got going on here. Here's what I'm vaping on. We got the Trilogy RTA by Vapors Cloud. We've got the Geek Vape Zooks X. They will be featuring in my best of today. It looks like I need some new batteries. I might have to get some of them in a minute. Shane Foster. Yeah, I've had a few issues with the Trilogy, mate. But I've had this one wicked up for a week. And I do get a little bit of seeping on the base now and again. I could do with changing the cotton, to be honest, because as you can see there, we have got some seepage on there. But I need to re-wick it, really, so I can't really be too harsh on it. Because if you do put a good amount of cotton in it, more than you'd actually think, and you can actually fill out the juice wells in it, it won't leak on you. You might get a few spots a day or two later. Some people have had bone dry ones. I still do get seeping coming under my base, but it's not a deal breaker because most bottom airflow RTAs I've got do the same thing. But the one thing I have got an issue with, if you over tighten that top bit on the base, I leave it loose now, it's a real bugger to get it off the chimney, and you end up having to take it all apart and juice will go everywhere. So you've just got to be careful. Just get it sort of just like that tight, but don't go too mad with it, because my one especially, I had a few issues with it. But like I say, I just have it so you can just feel the bite there and just leave it like that, and then we haven't got an issue. Everything is good, thanks, Tom. Lisa's doing a bit of studying. She's got her exams in 2 weeks' time. So the boys are out at football. My two stepsons are avid Watford fans, so they're out with their dad watching Watford. And I think they were 2-0 up at last look. So got a little bit of time here. Thought I'd do a little live for you all. So hope you all had a great Christmas, and welcome to anyone that's just joining us. I have no issues, Mike can't wait. Well, Chris, I know other people who can wick very well, like Mark Mills, for example, and he has big issues with his leaking. So, like I say, no real issues with it, but it does leak on the bottom, and I can show you it. So, when you've freshly wicked it though, with shit tons of cotton, it won't actually leak on you for a day or so. But like I say, I've had this one in here for a week, so the cotton's absolutely saturated, so it's going to do that. What's up, Phoenix Vapes? Yeah, so we've got a few people in here now, so let's get on with what we were going to actually do. Written some notes down of stuff. I haven't really got like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5s and stuff, but I will tell you what like my favourite ones are of particular genres of vaping. Cox will leak, exactly, mate. But the Trilogy, there's no getting around it. It is an awesome vape, especially if you pump up the wattage. See, I've only got it 78 watts, which means that it's not vaporised on the juice, so you will have a tendency for the juice to fall down into that base. Because if you did watch TVP's live the other couple of weeks ago, we haven't got any gasket in the bottom of that base, so I don't care what anyone says about not being out a week and the rest of it. It is a pretty shitty design, if you ask me, so it still has issues with soggy bases. But like I say, if you put shit tons of cotton in it, wick it every 3 days, you shouldn't have any problems. What's up, Andy Harris? YouTube notification failed again. I only put it up about 15:15, mate. I'm not sure it actually, because they've changed it with this new YouTube Live. I don't know what I'm fucking doing, to be honest. So I don't know if it's actually notifying people. I just put it up there and it said 4:30 start, and that was that. I couldn't deal with that bald ugly shit. Who's that then, David? I haven't vaped over 12 watts for over 6 months. Am I still welcome here? Indeed you are, mate. I always vape on a mouth to lung tank as well. At the same time, I've got that at 13.5 watts there. We've got it on the, what's this, Vapor SO? I think it's the Target Mini. Is it the Target? I fucking can never remember. But yeah, good little mod. But if you can see on the bottom of it, it's not totally flat. So I always put it down and it always falls over, which is a bit of a con for it. But it does look pretty awesome there with the Glass Mini. But let's have a little toot on that. Same sod I can see in the mirror every morning. Yeah, exactly, Chris. If you're doing it at 200 watts, not going to have a problem. Like I say, mine is only a very small amount of liquid on there, usually. I've had this wicked up for over a week, so we got totally saturated cotton. It needs re-wicking. But I couldn't be asked to do it, because it still tastes bloody good. Let's put it up to 150. Here we go. It's an absolute flavour beast anyway, so no getting around it. It is a good tank, but I've just got a couple of issues with the chimney getting stuck, and you do get an odd seepage now and again. Right, so shall we get on with something then? What we got? Let's go on to something boring first, eh? Right, dual battery mods. I'm not going to fucking go into too much detail on it. The short list that I've got, like I say, I'm not like other reviewers. I don't get sent shitloads of stuff. In fact, I don't get sent anything at the moment after I told everyone I was quitting a couple of months ago. What's up, Lynn Smith, Kevin Smith? Hip Hop Juicer Heed. It's not just the tanks leaking over the holidays, some staff over here too. Sorry to hear that, man. TRS Silas, real like that Blotto RTA myself. Indeed, I do. The only trouble is with the Blotto, I dropped mine when I was testing it in Corfe Castle, and it's totally fucked now and I can't use it. So I haven't actually got it here to show you, but that will be in my dual coil RTA list. Anyway, right, let's get on to dual battery mods then. So in my shortlist, I haven't gotten them all out here, but I've bought a few things with us. We have got, what have we got? We've got the Dovpo MVV2. Basically, if it's on my shortlist, I highly recommend them. So that's a dual battery. It's a regulated device, but it's one of those variable voltage potentiometer based one. You can pick them up for about 20-25 quid as well. But awesome little device, this one. It's just that I haven't got any nails, so I find it hard to turn the dial. But that one definitely makes my shortlist. We got the Minikin 3 or Minikin 3S. Now, the only thing is, I've only got the 3S, and it's got that lip on it, and I find it a pain in the arse, especially adjusting the airflow. And you can't fit anything over a 26mm on this, so I haven't bought that out here. I've tended to not to use it, but the actual mod is a very good one indeed. We've also got the Ultrona and Asmodus EOS 2 here, Stabble one. I have reviewed this in 2019. I fucking love this. Really lightweight mod. And yeah, one of my favourites, this particular one is. Right, also we've got the Morph 219. This is by Smock. I've got the rainbow version here. I've got the kit. The tank's a really good tank as well. The TF Mini, I think, was on this one in the UK. But this is a lovely device. You just press the button, you can turn the screen off and stuff like that. It's a really good, nice and lightweight, nice and comfortable in the hand. Dual battery mod, that one as well. Dual 18650. We've got the iStick Mix as well by eLeaf, a very nice little kit. I haven't got it out here. And we also have the Sigelli Cronus here, which I picked up for £16.99 from EC1, and that is my bargain of the year. I really like this particular mod. It hits very well, battery life is good, and it makes my shortlist here. And last but not least, we have the Geek Vape Zeus X here. We got the trilogy on top, and yeah, let's have a little puff. Right, the Geek Vape Zeus X, I've just reviewed it over on my website. Written review, guys. I've done 2 on there recently. We've got the Go for Vape Double Up RTA, and we've also got the Zeus X, Aegis X, I should say, by Geek Vape. So if you want to check it out, do so. I'll put the little link in chat, or if Crystal's watching, if you can put the link to my written review in chat, that'd be awesome, mate, because not many people are checking out my written reviews, which is a shame. So I've spent a lot of time doing them, so it'd be good if some others could check them out. But the one that wins it for me is the Aegis X by Geek Vape. I just think it's an awesome mod, this one. I know others might have had problems. I think it's got a lovely battery door. I had absolutely no issues with it. You just put your batteries in like that, plug it back open. We've got an awesome screen on it. This is at 0% brightness as well. Very durable. I've dropped this a few times. We have got a big OLED screen on here, but it still looks pretty mint, to be honest. You know what I mean? It's a very sturdy little device, and it does hit very well. Let's put it up to 200 watts and do a crystal for you. And the Trilogy RTA just keeps up with the Wickham. But Aegis X gets my dual battery mod of the year award. I just love it. I've got a 30mm on there, and it does fit really. If you look underneath, you might see a little bit of overhang, but from the top, it does fit on there very well indeed. But that is my mod of the year, basically. So well done, Geek Vape. And I got it for 48 quid in the e-cig one in the sale. Cheers, Neil Cousins. Nice one, man. Right, what we got? Let's just have a little chat. Good afternoon, Lynn. I think I've said it already, but you can specify the dimensions for the atomizer. What, the Trilogy is a 30mm diameter, mate. I'm not sure about the height, but you can put a chimney extender on, which I have got on at the moment. But it is a real cloud chucker, but it's a flavour chaser as well. Trilogy RTA Bill, I will be reviewing it actually. That's probably going to be the first review when I get it. I've had a few issues on it. If you follow my Facebook page and that, you'll notice the issues I've had. If you don't over tighten the mod, the base won't have any issues, but if you do, you might have trouble with the base getting stuck on it. And there are seeping issues. I know others don't have any seeping issues at all. Maybe there's a QC problem, or maybe I just can't wick, but I've put plenty of cotton in it, and it'll be dry for a couple of days, and then you will notice a few leaks from underneath on the base. Like I say, there's no gasket in the bottom of the actual tank, so if you're not vaping it at super high wattages, the liquid can actually fall down into the base, and that is the issue with it, because there's no gasket in there. But I only vape around 80, and that's probably the main issue for it. But if you're doing it at 150, 200 watts, you're just going to be vaporizing all of that liquid, so you won't have any leaking issues. Right, just 1 second, guys. Right, back again. Right, so that's the dual battery mod out the way. We'll get on to Squonk mods next. Now, I haven't had a plethora on the channel anyway, because bear in mind, guys, I've only got you know, I don't buy everything that comes out, don't get sent it all. But to be honest, with Squonk mods, I don't think you can really go wrong. We've basically got the top side carbon here. I've also got the normal top side dual, and we've also got the top side single, but I think that came out in 2018. But one other little mod I've got, which I haven't got out here, is the Mass Mods and All Vape S2, which is like a mechanical mod. I think it might have a couple of MOSFET protection in it. But I do like that one, and it's very cheap. It's about £25 or so. And so that's really the only squonkers I've had. And the best one for me, shadow of doubt, is the Topside Carbon. We got the Passage on top there by Hell Vape and Suck My Mob. But that's my favourite squonk mod of the year, although I do like the S2 mod by All Vape and Mass Mods. Single, I think it's single 18650 in it, I can't remember now. But yeah, that's a decent Mecca device with a bit of MOSFET protection. Yeah, so squonk mods, I think, yeah, anyone who's got a Topside will probably agree with me. I know we've got the Topside SQ that's out, which is the signature tips one. I do like the look of that, but I haven't got it. TRS Silas, rocking my Topside Carbon with the recurve dual at the moment. Yeah, awesome RDA and an awesome squonk mod, mate. Can't go wrong with the Topside Carbon. Right, sub-ohm tanks. This is also not a category that I've got a plethora of tanks this year, but the Falcon King wins it for me. Lisa vapes it every day. I don't vape on sub-ohm tanks, although there have been a good few ones that have come as kits. The one that came with the Smok, the TF Mini, was a good one. I think the Asmodus, what was it? The Minikin 3S had a half-decent tank on it. And yeah, but to be honest, nothing really. Like the Freemax Mesh Pro, I think is still an awesome tank, but that was last year. But like I say, I don't really vape on them. I haven't tried the Dead Rabbit one or the Fat Rabbit or whatever it is. So yeah, Falcon King would win it for me just for the fact that Lisa loves her one. They've got some decent calls for it. Right, we've got starter kit next. We've got the Galaxy's Mouth-to-Lung starter kit. We've got the Dovpo Peaks, which is a bit of a pod device. The Zelos 2 and Nautilus 2S, and that's by Aspire. We've got the Artery and Tony B, Power 2 and Power Stick. Renova Zero by Vaporesso and Renovo, and Aurora Play, which is also Vaporesso. Freemax Twister, and the iSticks mix with Elo Pop Tank. And we've also got the My Blue, which is this little pod device here, which is by Big Tobacco. Right, the Galaxy's Mouth-to-Lung starter kit was one that I really did enjoy, so that would probably get it for me. If you like refillable pods, the calls on it are very nice, and I really did enjoy that. And it was like £16 when I picked it up, so that one would probably win it. For a pod system, the Dovpo Peaks I thought was an awesome vape. So that would probably get my refillable pod. But to be honest, I know it's Big Tobacco, and to buy 2 pods is £5.99 pre-filled. But I just think this particular My Blue is a really good vape. And if you are going out for the night or whatever, or you just want a stealth vape, I sometimes buy myself a pack of 2 pods. It will last me about 2 days, the pod, and I just think it's an awesome vape. I've got an 18 milligram strawberry mint in here, and I think the flavour is very nice indeed. So the My Blue, I know it's Big Tobacco and it's expensive pre-fillable pods, but if you're just coming off smoking onto vaping, this is something that's so easy. You don't have to worry about filling things up or whatever. I know the pods cost like £3 each, but it still lasts you 2 days. It's cheaper than a packet of fags. So the My Blue does get a recommendation from me, and I have reviewed it on the channel. And I just think it's a nice one to take out and about when you've got your other tanks with you as well. 20 minutes to charge up, and yeah, it seems to last pretty good. Simon Bridge would like the Go for Vape written review, but no one has it. Vic gave it a big thumbs up. Yes, mate, we'll get on to single coil RTAs very soon. I think they do in China, mate. I think the Go for Vape website has it, and I'm not sure about 3F Vape. But anyway, that's the starter kits out of the way. Let's just have a little drinky poos. Yeah, Grumpy's then. I expect the Mesh Pro still is, mate. I don't really use mine. Like I say, Lisa prefers a lower wattage vape around 40 watts, so she tends to use the Horizon Falcon and the Falcon King. All right, anyone who's just joined us in chat, thank you very much for joining us, and I hope you all had a very nice Christmas. Right, so we've done dual battery mods, squonk mods, sub-ohm tank and starter kits. Right, anyone who watches my channel knows that I'm more of a rebuildables guy. And the next 4 categories, we've got dual coil RTA, we've got single coil RTA, we've got dual coil RDA and single coil RDA. Right, we're going to single coil RDA first, I think. Oh, they're out of stock, are they? It's a shame, mate, because the Go for Vape double up tank here it's been constantly on my mod for the past 2 months. Love it. PavG, nice for you to drop in, mate. I'm getting ready to leave for work. Have a great show, Martin. Chat. I'll watch you later. Thanks very much, mate. Hope you had a great Christmas. Yeah, it's only 18 milligram, mate, but because it's got such a poncy little coil in it, it's not that bad. It just feels like having a 3 milligram vape at 80 watts. Anyway, nice vape that. Yes, single coil RDA. Right, I haven't actually bought too many this year, to be honest. I'm more of an RTA man, but my little shortlist, we've got 4 little RDAs. We've got the Reload S. This is actually a clone. I think it was SXK. I'm not sure though. But we've got no branding on it, so I think it's awesome. We got the Mjolnir by Anthony Vapes and who's this made by? Can't remember. Cthulhu Mods. It's probably released in 2018, but I got it in 2019. We've also got the Vapors Cloud Shogun and the Tauren Solo. Haven't really had many others on my channel, to be honest, but the one that wins it for me for this year is the Reload S. This is a single cord affair, and I just think the vape is awesome on it. The Mjolnir is also a very good one. You can't go wrong with it. If you got either of those, they're awesome RDAs. Here's a bit of a picture of the Reload S inside, so it's a little bit recurve-esque, but we've got a nice reduced chamber to it, and we do get top airflow that comes down, so you don't get any leaking at all with this. I don't know if I can open that. Let's try and put it on. But yeah, so there's the top airflow, so it sort of comes down from the top and then goes inside. So you just recycle it. If you over drip or anything, it isn't going to leak at all. But the vape quality, the flavour on this RDA is absolutely awesome. Like I say, I tend to use my RTAs at the moment, so I haven't used it for a couple of weeks. Big D Vapes, Holmfirth. What's up, buddy? Thanks for popping in. Hope you're all good. Hey Jay, hope you had a good Christmas. I had a very nice Christmas indeed. Hope you did too. Yeah, so Reload S or the Mjolnir, this is awesome as well though, guys. If you want to get a nice authentic single core RDA, you cannot go wrong with the Cthulhu, what's it called? The Mjolnir. But I love the tolerances with this. We have reviewed it on the channel, but you just see there you can adjust your airflow. Really deep juice well in there. I haven't got any leaking out of this particular fella as well. But yeah, it's really top drawer. Anyone who's got a Mjolnir will know what I'm talking about, but you can't get much better than it. But the Reload S just edges it for me with overall vape experience. Right, let's just have a little toot. Doing all this talking on your own is quite hard work. So, a little toot on the Trilogy dual core RTA by Vapors Cloud. We've got the Aegis X, which is my dual battery mod of the year. Grey Vapor Reload S clone is stunning. Couple of my Devore Director Lung clone. Yeah, I've got the Devore Mouter Lung. Pretty nice little Mouter Lung. RTA that one, but yeah, the Reload S, you cannot go wrong. I think I paid about $12 for it, something like that, from Fastech. So absolutely awesome RDA. If you want to just spend 8 or 10 quid on a device, stainless steel version, you cannot go wrong. It's not going to flake off any paint or anything. It's built pretty well, actually. There's no sharp edges on it. We've got nice tolerances to the AFC ring on the top. Takes a bit of pudding to get it off as well. So overall, it's a good one. I don't think I've actually reviewed it because I've been a bit lame this year, but I will try and put it on VapeTube at some point. I've got the Fatality and the Juggernaut clone over there if you want to check out my VapeTube channel there. Right, Tom, you got... excuse me. Right. A good beginner's vape for a 60-year-old who's been smoking for 45 years. Well, I think the My Blue's a good one, mate. If you want something very simple, pre-filled pods, yes, it's more expensive, but if you just want to get off the fags, it's good. 18 milligrams you can put in there. But the Galaxy's Mouter Lung starter kit is one that I would recommend. You can refill it, so you got cheaper juice for that particular one. Galaxy's Mouter Lung starter kit actually got my best of the year, so check out the review on the channel, Tom, if you haven't done already. I think it's a very nice vape. I know that AVC, another vape channel, someone who's dished out a few of them to people to get them off smoking this year. So yeah, an awesome little starter kit. Yeah, Big D, I haven't tried the Caliburn or the Boost, mate, because I'm not really a pod guy, but of the ones I've tried, they're the two that I would recommend. But yeah, Tom, the All-World Caliburn, mate, check that out as well. To be honest, a lot of these pods are good. The Dovpo Peaks is a really nice one, and the Vaporesso Aurora Play, the one that like a zipper, I thought that was a really good one. The Point Blank RDA for Lynn Smith. Yeah, I haven't tried that one either, Lynn. But yeah, like I say, a lot of them are much of a muchness, to be honest. If you get a couple of decent ones, these two here, you know, if I could just vape on one of them for the rest of my life, I'd be happy. Still waiting on a H-Cigar Wildball from Fastech, ordered mid-November and still not turn up. That is one mod that I use a hell of a lot, especially on the likes of the Trilogy and the Fatality, because it holds the 30mm a treat. I haven't got it out here, but yeah, I've had that over a year and nearly a year and a half, year and 2 months, 3 months or so, year and a quarter, I should say. No worries, Tom. And the Wild Boar paid $44 for it, and it's probably one of my mods, best mods. I actually did it in last year's best of, so I didn't include it in this one. I just using the ones that bought this year. Smock RPM was great, but the Vupu Vinci came out, but I think the Boosts bring out 1850 or 21700. That'd be the end of all others. Is that the Geek Vape Boost, the one with the rebuildable atomizer on it, Big D? Just got the Ahana RDA in post, very good. What did you buy based on my review, Jay? Oh, the Wild Wolf, yeah. Well, I know others have had issues, mate, but I've had it, like I say, 15 months or so, and it still works, and it holds a 30mm device on there, fucking just pucker. In fact, I'll go and get it in a minute and show you, but $40, what's that, 35 quid, something like that, I think you can't go wrong. What's up, TBD in the house? No worries, mate, thanks for popping in, hope you had a great Christmas. Barry Rose, yo, Meltdown, hope you had a good one, fella. I had a good one, hope you did too, Barry. Happy New Year to you, sir. Yeah, the Geek Vape one. Yeah, I do like the look of that. Like I say, the Christmas period's a little bit expensive, though. We've just been on a holiday to Norway and everything as well, so spent quite a bit of money recently, so I probably won't get it for the time being, but I am interested in that Boost one by Geek Vape. Right, so I haven't actually showed you what I'm vaping on, but we have got the K-Fun Light 2019 here on the Zenos 2 by Aspire. We got the Glaz Mini RTA, Maltalung, and the Target Mini by Vaporesso. We've obviously got the My Blue starter kit there. You can pick them up for a tenner when they've got them on offer as well. And that's the other good thing about them. We've got the Cronus kit, the Cronus mod by Sigeli. We've got the Go for Vape Double Up RTA by Go for Vape. And we've got the Aegis X and the Trilogy RTA there. But that's what I'm vaping on today. I haven't brought everything out of here. But yeah, so... Right, what else we got? Good deal at Big G Vapes. What is, mate? Oh, what, the Boost, is it? Thanks for the offer, buddy. Everyone check out Big D Vapes store or online store. I'm not sure what he's got. Like I say, mate, I'm not buying anything for a while. I need to save some pennies, but I'm sure it is a good one. Grey Haze and E-Cig 1 are doing the Orchid Vape Orchid Pocket for £10 worth a go. I haven't tried it, mate, but anything that's a tenner is worth it, in my opinion. I've seen that. E-Cig 1 have had some awesome offers recently. David Choot just ordered a Lustro Kodama, £105. Absolute bargain, mate. I must admit, I quite like the look of the Minikin V2 Kodama, to be honest. I'm not a fan of what the Lustro looks like. It looks better with Stabware, but I think the Minikin V2's got a better shape. Came 8th in Best Vape Shop at E-Cig 2019. Wink, wink. Well done, Big D. What's it called? Big D Vapes? Bought to sell. No worries, man. But for that sort of money, you should be able to make at least 50 quid on it. Right, let's get on to another category then. Right, let's have a little puff on the K-Fun Light 2019. This is called the Ed Zachary, actually. It's from Nature Vape. So, Mark, if you're watching, big thanks, mate. I did actually purchase it of him, but I got a little deal from him, of course. But this is the YFTK version. Right, let's get on to single coil direct to lung RTAs. Right, we've got Go for Vape Double Up RTA. We've got the Aromamizer Light, this bad boy here from Steam Crave. We have the Advocan CPTF, top airflow, much like the Zeus X, but in single core version. And we have the Wasp Nano. That's it, I've just got a short list of 4. I think they're all awesome little vapes. Wasp Nano's cheap and cheerful, but it's got a plastic top on it. But the flavour on it was pretty damn good. So you can't deny it is a good RTA for flavour. But everything else about it's just a bit cheap and nasty for me. The Aromamizer Light, this was my favourite tank for a long time. Favourite single coiler. But the one that does it for me... Done the written review recently on the website mfvape.co.uk is the Double Up RTA. I just think this is awesome. You've got top and bottom adjustable, fully adjustable airflow on it. Really smooth draw. I've got it at 40 watts. Here we go. Crackles away. You can put it up a lot higher than that. Actually add this up to 80 watts and it's fine, but it is a little bit restrictive, probably a 6 out of 10 for restrictiveness, even fully open. In fact, we'll do that for you now. Fully open across the board, so we've got the, you can't really see it, it's black, there you go, top airflow fully open and the bottom. But you crank this one up and it will wick. Just put it up to 75. Have I got any liquid in it? That's the other thing, I broke the other glass, so we've got this pearlescent one, it's really hard to see your e-liquid. Like I say, for me it vapes best around 40 to 50 watts. I think you can just lower the airflow, dial the airflow down to about halfway on each. And yeah, But if you want to crank it up, you can do. But I think there's probably other RTAs which are better if you want to do them at higher wattages. Torum 1 was another one I got recently, but I had real issues. It's got a bit of a... When you tightened it up, it gave a short circuit warning, which is a major flaw, so you had to sort of undo the chimney a little bit. I haven't reviewed it yet, and I probably won't do because it pissed me off so much. Cheers, Mr. Chew. Every like is much appreciated. If you don't like it, put a thumb down as well. It gives the analytics of the channel a little boost, so feel free to do that. TRS Silas, Juggernaut Mini, best single core RTA for DL. I didn't like him out, I gave it away. I thought that it wasn't that great for me. I only had the clone though, mine, but whereas the dual core one I think is awesome, and this makes my shortlist, which we'll talk about in a minute for dual core, but I didn't like the single core one. But it's each their own. This is just my opinion, obviously. Everyone's going to have their own favourites. That's what this show is, just giving off my opinion on all the particular devices I've used. Right, so go for Vape Double Up RTA gets a single core direct to lung. And if you want to check out the written review, I've done a comprehensive written review on the website. It'd be awesome if you could check it out. See if this works. There you go, there's the link to my website. I have spent a little bit of time on it recently, so I think it looks pretty damn cool. So if you wouldn't mind checking it out, just renewed my Wix membership for the year, and the domain for the website as well, so it'd be good if you could check that one out, guys. Right, so we've done single core direct to lung. We're now going to do single core mouth to lung. I don't know of any dual core mouth to lung tanks, to be honest, but anyway, we have got the Glas Mini mouth to lung RTA. We've got the K-Fun Lite 2019. That is the Ed Zachary from Nature Vape, the clone version. We've also got the Merlin Nano RTA, mouth to lung RTA. Reviewed that one on the channel. And we've got the Exprimizer V4. That's the four that are in the running for me. I've also had the Wake RTA by Wake Modco. I really like that one. To be honest, most of the ones I've reviewed have been very good, but these are the four that stand out for me. And on vape experience, this is a hard one for me, because with the K-Fun Lite, I've got the YFTK version. It's got a plastic screw thing for adjusting the airflow. And if you've just filled the tank up, I do get a bit of gurgling now and again, which annoys me. And this is a bottom fill as well. Now, the Glas Mini is top fill, and the airflow control is on the side. So you don't have to just set it. The K-Fun Lite, you basically have to screw the center up until you get the vape that you want, and then you just leave it like it. The Glas Mini, you can adjust it on the tank, on the mod. So for ease of use and everything else, I just think the K-Fun, not the K-Fun, the Glas Mini is better for overall use. Cheers, Tom. But the vape experience I get from it is really good. The flavour is top notch. You can crank it right down. You can have a super tight vape on this one as well. But for overall vape experience, I think it's going to have to be the Ed Zachary. I've got them both wicked up the same, cored up the same. We've got some Just Jam strawberry in here, 6 milligram. Slightly different vapes you get from it though. This is a hard one for me because I've been umming and ahhing for weeks on what one I prefer. I think the K-Fun Light would have to edge it though, but for ease of use and everything else, I do like using the Glas Mini, because sometimes I like to have a nice tighter draw and you can just crank it a bit tighter, just like that. But the K-Fun Light 2019 probably gets it for flavour for me. I think the SXK one's got a metal screw, so I don't know if you're going to get the same like gurgling that I get now and again with mine. Simon Bridgewood, waiting for the Experizer V4, ordered well before Christmas, saw small bargain. The Experizer V4 is an excellent one. It's really tight though, so it's one that I don't use that often, but I have reviewed it on the channel. You probably watched it. It's a little bit too tight for me, but the flavour is top notch, Simon, so you shouldn't be disappointed with that. I like a slightly looser Moutalung, so that's why I prefer the K-Fun Light, or the Glas Mini for that matter. Corgith, Ed Zachary is his first pick. Right, so that's Moutalung RTAs out of the way. All right, anyone who's just joining us, this is a best of live here. I'll probably be going on for another half an hour, probably finish at 6 o'clock tops. Thought I'd do a little live, do the best of now, so then I don't have to worry about editing it later because I'm a lazy bastard. We got TVP and Jay Hayes on later, Inside the Mind, so probably be tuning into that later, so check that one out. I thought I'd do a little afternoon one now, just because I haven't gone live for a couple of weeks, and I thought I'd get the best of out of the way while it is still 2019. Hope everyone did have an awesome Christmas and Happy New Year to you. Right, let's get on to, it's actually the last category, so I'm saying I'm going on for another 45 minutes, but I haven't got any more anything else to talk about. So let's get on to the one that's probably most people's the one that are going to be interested in the most. This is dual coil RTA direct to lung. Now, this is the category I've bought the most tanks. I've received the most in 2019, and I have had. It's been a very good year again. I've had some awesome tanks in here. Now the shortlist is we've got this is probably made in 2018. We've got the JK clone by Fastech. We've got the Fatality M25. We've also got the Fatality, I think it's the 28 or 29mm one from Fastech. We've got the Solomon version 3, which is by K's or Kai's. We've got the Glas V2, which has got the glass chimney section. We've also got the Steam Crave Plus, which is made about 3 or 4 years ago, but I only got it in 2019. We've got the Diesel RTA by, I think that's Times Vapor and Ambitions Vapor. We've got the Trilogy by Vapor's Cloud, which I haven't reviewed yet, but I have been vaping it for the past 2 or 3 weeks. We got the Zeus X by Geek Vape, and we have the Blotto by Vaping Bogan and Dovpo. To be honest, I'm not going to do... Well, I probably will tell you which is the favourite one I've got, but I can't actually use it. But for me, on flavour alone, it's got to be the Blotto. That is the best flavour I've had from a dual coil atomizer, dual coil RTA this particular year. Saying that, I dropped mine and the base is totally buggered and I can't get it to work anymore. I dropped it and it all came apart, obliterated. I managed to review it, put it all back together and review it, but now it just won't work on me. So I do need to get myself another one of those. But to be honest, all the ones I've mentioned, the Fatality M25, it's a little bit more restrictive. Well, it's a lot more restrictive than the normal Fatality. But that's another awesome vape. I do find that you need to pump up the wattage though. For me, I like to vape around 60 to 70 watts, and the Blotto did that very well indeed. You didn't need to go to 100, 150 in order to get a good vape. But one I've been using recently, the Trilogy RTA, This one is exceptional flavour, and like I say, I've got this one at 200 watts. And it is a really good one. If you like a high power vape, the Trilogy RTA probably be the one to get. The Blotto's a little bit more restrictive than this one, I think. Like I say, I haven't been able to use it for a while. But the Trilogy is definitely a good one. It's a shame I couldn't wick up the Blotto to actually compare them. But from what I remember, I just thought the Blotto was the one that stood out for me. I do need to get another one though. But that one for me, you can vape it around 55 to 75 watts, no problems at all. But the Trilogy is definitely a good one. It's got some issues though, and I'll put that in the review. What's that? The G-Taste Aries, Bill? That's another one I haven't tried, mate. I've heard it's pretty good. I know TVP likes that particular one. There's the Zeus X as well for authentic. I haven't got it out here, but that's another one you can't go wrong. The Diesel is as well. I think they're all just top RTAs. So if you've got one of them, Solomon V3, Zeus X, they're all excellent. JK Clone's a little bit more restrictive. I've done the review on VapeTube, but this one is a really top flavour tank as well. If you want to get yourself a little clone one from Fastech or something, I highly recommend that one too. What's up, Dion? Hope you have a nice Christmas. Damien Walton, OBS. Nano RTA, yes, the OBS Nano is a good one. I've done a, what do they call it, retro review on the channel this year, and it is awesome, mate. I just didn't put it in this year's category because it's an older one. Beats the Aromizer for flavour. I forgot to mention the Glas V2 actually. That one's another one that requires a lot of... well, I did mention it in the shortlist. That one's another one. It's too big for me. But the flavour on it is absolutely exceptional. But for the way I like to vape, I like the likes of the Blotto and the Zeus X because you can vape them around 60, 63 watts. The Glas V2 and the likes of the Trilogy and the Aries, no doubt. I'm not sure what wattage you can do that one out, Bill. But... yeah, they're a little bit more higher powered, and I don't like vaping like that all the time. Yeah, the OBS Engine Nano, if you've still got it. To be honest, with all these tanks, the Troll RTA is another one. I think it's a really good tank. Because, like I say, the standard has got to a level where it's sort of plateauing out a little bit, because no one tank is really like knocking another one out the park, in my opinion. All this here Vape Daily on the Gear single corner, superb little tank. Yeah, I like that one, but I just haven't used it very much. I don't like the look of it. And I just thought there are better ones out there, for better vape draw, especially on the Go for Vape single coiler. The Rebirth, I think I did put that on the channel, mate. It's one that I liked, but it didn't knock me out of the park, so it didn't really get my shortlist. It wasn't one that I thought, yeah, that's going to be my best of. I just thought it was an average type of vape. But saying I would say average, it's probably more than decent enough. It just wasn't one that tickled my fancy, really. Now, you have the Aries at 80 watts, but it produces flavour from 60 and up. Cool. To be honest, you can put the Trilogy down if you want, but I just think it does perform better around 90 to 100 or plus. If I put that at 70, reduce the airflow down a little bit. It's pretty restrictive anyway. It's decent, but it's definitely better if I crank that up. I've got a 0.14 coil in that one, and it's definitely better 85 watts plus, about 90 watts. Alan, yeah, the M25 is an awesome tank, mate. I had the issues with O-rings there. If you watch the review on my channel, you'll see that I had to replace them all because it used to piss out liquid everywhere. And I replaced them all with fatter O-rings from other tanks I had, and it's sorted out the issue. But there was no vacuum in the actual tank, and it was just coming out of the airflow slots. Put new O-rings in, that sorted it out. But M25, yeah, definitely highly recommended from me. The bulk RTA I never tried. I tried to get one at Expo, but they didn't have any back when it was. What's up, Nemesis Vapes? Like I say, you're all going to have your preferences. I haven't got all the tanks here. I'm not like other channels who get given everything. I've only tried the ones that I bought or been given this year. Yeah, I'm good, Nemesis. How are you, sir? Hope you had a nice Christmas. Just going to back 1 second go. Right, my best single coil RTA, we did mention it a minute ago, Alan, was the Go for Vape Double Up RTA, and I've got it here. The trouble is you can't buy it anywhere, really. I think you might be able to get it from Go for Vape's website. If you check out my my website, I have done the written review for it. I haven't done the video review for it, though, because, yeah, I've done a couple on the website, written ones. We've got the Aegis X and the Go for Vape Double Up RTA, but that gets my single coil direct to lung of the year. The mouth to lung single coil is the K-Fun Light Ed Zachary, which was purchased from Nature Vape. The Geek Vape Zeus X is definitely up there, mate. I just thought the Blotto had better flavour slightly. But the Zeus X I've done on the channel, gave it 9.5 out of 10. Like I say, all of these tanks, man, are just, you know, you got the trilogy, they're all just really good, so you can't go wrong. If your budget's short and you've only got one of them, you're not missing out on anything, really. I just thought the Blotto edged it for me. That one did stand out. Like the Rebirth, all of them, they're very good, but they just didn't stand out for me. The Typhon GT4, I've never tried it. It does look like a nice one, though. The Experimenter V3 looked similar, and I really like that one, but I had all sorts of trouble with build quality and stuff. The mod that the Ed Zachary is on, that is the Aspire Zelos 2, mate. The review for this is on the channel. It come with the Nautilus 2S by Aspire Company. 15 watts. Be honest though, if I put it on the Target Mini, this is just like a match made in heaven. I haven't reviewed this Vapor Esso Target Mini, but I just think it looks pretty darn sexy. The only trouble is that Target Mini, you notice on the bottom it's not flat. Sometimes you put it down and it just falls over. Mouth to lung's good, Alan. It's because sometimes for me, like in the morning, first wake up, 14.5 watts, get yourself some 6 milligram or 9 or 12 milligram juice, and you don't get as much vapor, but you get a really nice nick hit. A lot of people just vape on mouth to lung only. I like to chop and change. I have my dual coil RTAs at 100 watts, and then followed by a bit of this to top it off. Yeah, this little mod here is very nice. Like I say, it's an inbuilt LiPo with these ones, but when you're doing mouth to lung, you're not going to wear the batteries out. It lasts for years. My Artery Nugget version 2, I've had it for about 3 years and it still works, no problems at all. But sometimes it's just nice to pump a load of wattage in there. Right, anyone in chat got any questions? Like I say, I have run out of content now. We will just give a brief overview of the best ofs here. But like I say, I'm on my own. It's a little bit harder work to do when you've got someone else with you. So, you got any questions or anything you want to say, put them in chat. anyone who's just joined us, we will do a little recap of my best ofs. Yeah, if you rotate them, they last well. Yeah, exactly, mate. Right, dual battery mod. My favourite of the year is the Aegis X by Geek Vape. My favourite squonk mod is the Topside Carbon. There's one other category I haven't done actually. I've just realised it's the dual core RDAs. Favourite sub-ohm tank is the Falcon King because you can do it at lower wattages than the Freemax Mesh Pro. That is another awesome tank. Not tried the Fat Rabbit yet. Best starter kit is the Galaxy's Mouth-to-Lung starter kit. Best pod is the Dopo Peaks or the My Blue if you're just coming off ciggies and you want something that's very simple. Pre-filled pods. I know they cost a fortune, but I really like the vape on it. Single cord RDA is the, where are you? The Reload S. I have the clone version, but you can do what you want. That was about $12. Single core mouth to lung is the K-Fun Prime, not the Prime, the Light 2019. And dual core RTA is the Blotto by Vape and Bogan and Dovpo, which I haven't got out here because I can't use it because I dropped it and broke it. But another good one is the Trilogy, which I'm testing at the moment, and the review will be coming up very soon. You can't go wrong with the M25 by fucking hell, who's that by? QP Designs. And there's loads of other dual core ones as well. Geek Vape Zeus 6, etc. Glaz V2, Glaz Aromizer Plus. They're just very good ones. Solomon V3. Right, so we got one more category, which is the dual core RDAs. What's your best pod with the RBA deck, Damien? I haven't actually got one, mate, really. The only one I did have was the Exilis, I think it was, but it wasn't really an RBA deck, so it was rubbish. Love mouth to lung restrictive vape these days. Less juice, longer battery life, and my house and car don't feel like summoners. Yeah, fair enough, mate. Intake dual and a gen mod for me. Intake dual, I forgot all about that one. But that was another one that didn't blow me out the park. It's a very good dual core RTA, but it's better for higher wattages, I found. But I should have maybe had it on the list. I forgot all about it, to be honest. Do you think the USA bans will affect us here in the UK? Not at the moment, I don't know, because we've got... at the moment, we're trying to get out of the EU, so we'll be able to rewrite our own laws, etc. So we're currently part of the TPD ruling, so it depends, mate. I haven't got a crystal ball. I don't know what they're going to implement, but I do know that the UK government is quite... pro-vaping because they know that it can save thousands of lives, which costs the taxpayer, and ultimately the government has more money to deal with other things in the NHS rather than smoking-related illnesses. So hopefully it won't. I think we're a little bit more sensible. We've got the Public Health England and the other bodies, which I can't remember at this time, but I'm not sure, mate. I think we'll be all right over here. Evening, Jonathan. What do you think of the Smock G Priv 3 mod? I haven't got it, actually, Tom, but I have got the Smock Morph, which is highly recommended from me, and I've got it on the channel. One of the best mods Smock have ever done, in my opinion. Yeah. Anyone getting a message from Beezy, do not open it. Thanks for that, David. Like the Dot Mod Gear, Lynn Smith. I haven't had that one either. Yeah, no worries, Steve. Right, Nick, in the way of the USA band... Oh, where's that gone? Can't see it now. It's gone. Message retracted. Right, anyway, dual core RDAs. I did forget about this category, but For the shortlist, we've got the Passage RDA by Suck My Mod and Hell Vape. That's sitting on top of the top side carbon. We've got the Rebirth RDA by Mike Vapes and fuck's sake, is it? I can't remember. It's Hell Vape, isn't it? Yeah, Hell Vape. The Recurve Jewel, which is by Watofo and Mike Vapes. We've got the Asgard. I haven't got the Asgard Mini before anyone says. We've got the 30mm version. We've got paint that's come off on it where it didn't fit on the top side properly. It's one little issue. The paintwork isn't brilliant on that. Vapor's Cloud. We've got the OBS Cheetah 3 and the Eternal RDA by Gopher Vape. And that's a dual vertical little RDA. I haven't got that one out here too. But yeah, this is another pretty hard one for me. I think on flavour I would give it to the Passage by Hell Vape and Suck My Mod. But the one I enjoy using the most for vape experience is the Rebirth Jewel, which is released in 2018. But I just think this is a really good RDA. Now the Asgard is awesome as well, but it's wider, especially with that drip tip. It's too wide. And it's 30mm, so it won't fit on all mods. But that one has got awesome flavour as well. But for me, I just think the Rebirth looks a little bit better myself than the Passage. So I would probably give it for that one. I just think it's a really nice draw, very simple. And yeah, it's just been the RDA that I've used the most this year. So the Rebirth RDA. What time Inside the Mines be on UK time? I believe it's 8 o'clock, but I could be mistaken. It might be 9 o'clock. I'm going to be going off air very soon anyway. We're going to be packing this one up in the next 10 or 15 minutes. But yeah, all check out TVP's channel. I believe it's on TVP's, unless it's probably Jay Hayes actually being Inside the Mine. He's on 8 o'clock. Yeah, Simon's just confirmed. Yeah, so we've got the Rebirth RDA. Obviously, this is just my opinions, what I've had in over the year, all the rest of it. Everyone's got their own opinions on their tanks, what they like. Other people like to vape their 30mm monsters. I know a lot of you out there are going to like the Asgard. I've not tried the Asgard Mini, which is a shame, because maybe if I'd had that, I might have found that one a little bit better. But I did like the Asgard, but it's just a bit too big for me. It is all very subjective, mate. That's why it's my best of, and what I like, some of you might not like. Best juice, I mix my own, mate. So we've got a bit of a mixed fruit situation going on, but I do tend to mix a blackcurrant, raspberry, and lime, which I like. Nature Vape did one called blackcurrant, raspberry, and lime as well, because I was on his show, and him and Josh from what they called. Can't remember now. Jack Rabbit Vapes. They did a good one. But to be honest, I prefer my own mixed one because it's not quite as sweet. But ones that I actually buy, Just Jam Strawberry, I like. Just Jam Raspberry and Just Jam Blackcurrant. Summer Blackcurrant was awesome. In fact, that's probably the one that I've enjoyed the most. I have other ones, like I say. The Nature Vape True Juice range is good. Mark over at Nature Vape sent me his line there, so that's really good. What's the other one from Twitter? Lord Coggington's Coggy's Mix and Very Berry I really enjoy as well. Lord C Vapes. But the stuff I vape most of the time is the stuff that I mix myself, because like I say, I don't like them too sweet, and I use Dark Star Vapor e-liquid concentrate, and they sell others on there, the Flavour Apprentice, and what else is there? Inerwa, I think it is. I tend to buy myself a load of concentrates and just mix and match and work out different flavours from there. Can still order vape stuff after the Brexit. What do you think, Mike? Yeah, of course we will be able to, mate. Can't see the UK government banning vaping because we have an NHS. Well, Lisa just said it's going to take years to repeal the TPD anyway, so we're currently aligned with the TPD ruling, which is an EU ruling anyway, and we've got our own rules. We've got 2 milliliter in the tanks, 20 milligram strength liquids, all you're allowed to buy, and that's that. We're aligned to the TPD rulings. Eventually, when we do leave the EU, we might be able to rewrite the rules, but at the moment, until we actually finally do totally leave the EU, we'll have to wait and see, because it's all about the negotiating now in order to get free trade deals and stuff like that. So I don't really want to be talking politics on here, but the EU are trying to get us aligning everything to them, even though we're not even going to be in the EU. So yeah, it's a bit controversial, that particular one, but like I say, I don't think we'll be banning vaping anytime soon. Best for me, juice cabin fruit pastels. I haven't tried that one, but that probably sounds a bit too sweet for me, Baz. Right. Tom said hi, Lisa.
Hello.
Lisa's just doing some studying at the moment. She's got her exams in early January. I won the IVG mixer range on a giveaway. Excellent. Nice one, Simon. It's always nice to win something, isn't it? Cheers, Graham. No worries, buddy. Thought I'd do a quick hour and a half, 2 hours for you on a Saturday afternoon. Hope you have an awesome New Year, Graham. Anyone who wants to watch something else later, we've got TVP and Jay Hayes on later on Inside the Minds. Check out either Jay's or TVP's channel. It's probably on Jay's, I think, because it's normally his show. The Asgard Mini is an awesome flavour machine that works great on the topside carbon. Yeah, I really wish I had that one, but they didn't have it out at the time, Bill. If I try and put the topside, the Asgard normal on there, that's what happened to my tank because of the rough serrated bits on here. So I didn't notice when I was putting it on and totally buggered it like the idiot I am. Tom wishes you all the best of luck with the studying. All right, Lisa is looking at the chat now. Thanks, Tom. Yeah, guys, so another 10 minutes or so and we're going to wrap this one up. So anything else you want to talk about, drop it in the chat. Just have a quick vape. Vapors Cloud Trilogy, I'm testing at the moment. Probably will be the first review I do when I get back to it in the new year. Here's a good tank though. For a 30mm, it's actually, it doesn't feel like a 30mm to vape, if you know what I mean. Because if you look at the airflow, comes through, you can't really see it on there. Get the light right. There you go. Just comes through there. Shall I show you the deck? See if I can actually do this. Like I say, don't over tighten this base or you find it very hard to get off. Here we go. It will take the piss out of my wick in now, but we have got quite a bit of cotton in now. I've had this in here for a week, and as you can see, proper clear cotton still. And that's the advantage of mixing your own e-liquid, because you haven't got any sweetener or anything like that in there. But we've got a gaping hole underneath, but the airflow comes in via these honeycomb slots. And if you notice on the side, we've got the wicking ports there, 3 holes. But you can proper stuff the cotton in it, and you need to as well, because if you don't do that, you will get it pissing out the 510 and the base, because there's no gasket in the bottom of the base. So this one definitely is one of those RTAs that you need to put more cotton in than you'd think. You can really load it in there and it wicks like a champion. My one has got here is the proof that you get leaking on the base here. You can see my wick in there, loads of cotton on it, and we've still got it on the base. But I haven't re-wicked it for a week. So there you go. But if you look on the base, you've got the 510 pin, you've got these 2 screws, and you've also got around the edge. And there's no gasket in that bottom bit, or O-ring, to stop the liquid coming out. And if it did have one in, you'd end up getting it coming out the airflow holes as well. But the way you can get around it is by vaping it at super high wattages, because it will vaporize the e-liquid, so it won't tend to fall down that gaping hole in the middle. But I'm only doing it at 90 watts. Like really, like the likes of Batman, he vapes at 200 watts, so you're not going to have that issue, because it's literally going to vape it all away. Wait, TVP's in the house. Marigold, should we get him out? Yeah, this one's for TVP. Hey, sir. But yeah, the Trilogy RTA is a very good one, but like I say, there still is seeping on there. I've had the wick in here for a week, but I get it with most bottom airflow tanks, guys. It's not a deal breaker as such. Yeah, Batman took us to 400. I'm not sure what this goes up to, but I'll show you here. 200 watts, and it just wicks like a champion. Big love, Mark. I have been plugging your show later, by the way, Mark. Jay Hayes and TVP Inside the Mines. I think it's 8 o'clock, isn't it, Mark? I'll be going off air in the next 5 minutes or so, so no worries there. Not that it was going to take any viewers away from you. 200 watts, that feels like a 90 watt vape to me. It's probably because the batteries are about to run out. Not sure it's on. Oh, what? The reason I did this one on my own, man, was because I thought you were doing that. So I thought I'd do a quick early one, 4:30. Not Earth and J, shit. What time is that over there? Is he 5 hours behind? He's in the New York area, I think, isn't he? Do the gloves come with a tank? They fucking should do, mate. To be honest, with a Trilogy, if you just look, you can see here, I can actually, well, if I undo that, just don't put it on too tight, and you can spin it. When it snags, just hold it there, otherwise you might have issues. But fucking hell, if anyone watched our live a couple of weeks ago, you'll understand why we had the marigolds out. 5 hours, so it's like 1 o'clock in the afternoon, so he should be up, I would have thought. I would give him a bell, Mark. I expect a lot of people have been looking forward to that one, man. Fucking hell, I'm still at 200 watts. You have a nice Christmas then, TVP. When's your best of, TVP? Neil Cousins saying tomorrow. Yeah, I'm a lazy bastard, Mark. I thought I'd do it live so I didn't have to worry about editing and all that. But I have said about my best ofs in here a couple of times tonight. Yeah, it was good, Mark. Really good. Thanks, mate. Fuck with the. I haven't actually done any worst ofs. To be honest, I haven't had that much that's been that crap, really. What's up, Vaping Noob? We are coming to the end of the show here, guys. I've been on nearly 2 hours, and Mark will probably concur. When you're doing it on your own, it's very hard work. Do the worst now. I can't think of anything, mate. The old bear, what's up, buddy? How you doing? Better, much younger half, indeed, mate. Although she's actually older, but she looks a lot younger. Thank you very much, Tom. Really appreciate you coming in, mate. Yeah, I know, Mark. Fucking 2 hours. I'm fucking like... Number one accessory, a pair of marigolds. Fucking for sure. Number one accessory will be the Coily by Coily Tool, to be honest. Always comes in very handy. The comeback vid with Mark was great. His rant over... He's trying to get me to do drama now, aren't you, Neil? WM video, bong all. What's up, bub? Marigold, mate. Thank you, as always, Simon. You're a fucking rock of support for the channel. Love you, buddy. Happy New Year. I can get that website, Mark, actually. The domain's only $9.99. marigoldmeltdownmike.com. Worst of would be a who. Trying to think of anything that I've had that's been really shit. I haven't got it all out here. Putt man, indeed. I am staying hydrated, mate. It's only 4%. Short for bonjour, how are we talking? Oh, right, okay, mate. What, the worst of? I know where you're going here. Crack me up. Jay Jones, Happy New Year to you. And Lisa, have a good and tall chat. Thanks very much, Jay. All the best. Happy New Year. Oh, I don't know. I'm going to have to knock it on the head. Let's have a couple more vapes. Exactly, TVP. It's been a drama-free show. It's the way it's going to stay. Right. Anyway, anyone that wants to know what my best obs are going to have to watch the video again, which will be on there a bit later on. I have had enough now, guys. I've done 2 hours on my Todd. It's quite hard work. This is... I've really enjoyed it, though. It's been great. Nice to touch base again. We will have the Trilogy RTA review coming up in January. And hopefully have the first live show with TVP and hopefully Sleazy Beezy if he's not fucking or anything. If Jay don't do tonight, me and Mark will do our worst of tonight. Yeah, hit me up, Mark. Right, Old Bear, my question. Reviewers best of all the items they have reviewed. So how can Vic say the Kelpie is the best RTA when he said this is and show and tell? Yeah, I'll leave that one up to you to decipher, mate. It didn't make my top 5 anyway. My best single coiler is the Go for Vape Double Up RTA. Awesome. Check out the written review, guys. Hashtag Happy New Year, Lynn. What is your favourite cutter for vaping? I have to buy. I'm using the Core Master scissors, mate. They're not the best in the world, but they work. This motherfucker. Evening, mate. You've come in a little bit late. I'm going off air very shortly. Yeah, to be honest, for Tofo, they did some. The actual wire cutters are really good. They sent me a pair of them and the tweezers for that matter, the ceramic tweezers. Worse screws than top fill. I fucking remember now. Yeah, I have got a worst of it. I didn't like the Bombus build, to be honest, but I got other single corders, mate. The Aroma Miser Light was better as well. The Bombus, I found it a little bit of a struggle, mate. Crooked Drizzler, a reviewer says his tank is best because it is. If I'd made one, mate, yeah, mine would have been the best, obviously. Mark, you win anyway. I did say the Ed Zachary was the best, although I think this one's the best for ease of use and all of that, the Glas Mini. But after putting the same juice and wick in and everything else, you can't beat it. Awesome. Nice cheap vape if you get the clone, of course, from Nature Vape. That's where I purchased mine from. Right, guys. Right, that is going to be it then. Big love to all. Hopefully we're going to have Inside the Mines on later. Mark, get your arse in gear and get Jay on. My worst vape of the year. I fucking can't remember, Tom. All my vapes are in the bedroom. The FP is still an awesome tank, but that was in 2018. Cheers, Pup man. Time to watch Fresso 3 do some mixing, yeah, indeed. I'm getting off here before you get me to say something. New TVP mod coming very soon. I look forward to receiving it, Mark. Right, let's go then, guys. Thank you all for watching. I hope you all had a brilliant Christmas and a very happy New Year to you all. And see you in the new year. Okay, cheers.